Good morning. It has been quite a few days since I've posted, but I have been doing some videos. I'm going to sandwich them in between the starting and the end, so you'll get to see some a video from yesterday. Um, Today is Monday. It is May 25th, and it's weight day. It's measurement day. I as I had in the previous weeks, but I am currently weighing in at 223.6. That's between last week and this week. I have lost 1.4 pounds. I have lost a total of another 3.5 inches, and significantly, that was in my right thigh. I lost an inch in my right thigh, half an inch in my chest, half an inch in my waist, 1 inch in my hips, and 1 inch in my left thigh, and half an inch in my right thigh. Don't know what all the measurements, what it's like physically what that means, but if I'm favoring one side or anyway, I have no idea. But I've also changed my spreadsheet. I'm not using the one that I found on the internet anymore. I've gotten a lot more sophisticated because I have formulas and whatnot, and here's my current chart. So my total measurements from the very beginning, I was at 275.5 inches. I'm now at 260.5, so that's 15 inches I've lost. I think that's fantastic. In 4 weeks measurements from the very first measurement before I started the plan, the very first day on the plan, until today, which is actually 3 weeks. 3 full weeks of measurements. So I am very pleased with 15 inches lost. The total amount of pounds lost is, where did it go? Total amount of weight loss is 12.4 pounds. I'm very pleased with that. That makes me very happy. Some goals I had for this week were to walk my 30 minutes and increase or keep my speed the whole time. And I did. I walked every single day. I kept it up, walking by route. There were a few days that I had to alter because of the weather or timing or whatever, but I still walked my whole 30 minutes, and it was at the very least a mile. There was one day that I was walking between between thunderstorms, and I um, I just got a mile in, but I did it in two separate times because, like I said, because of the weather, but I got it done. And that's the key for me, is just to get it done. Something new I tried this past week was yesterday, as a matter of fact, Sunday the 24th, I went out to eat at a restaurant for the first time since I've been on this program. I talked to my coach earlier in the week because I was nervous about that and what to do, and I just really didn't feel like I was ready to do that. So I got an invite from my family, and I went. I chose a Mexican food restaurant because they have grill items at Mexican food restaurants versus other restaurants they may not. And it was just a very easy choice. So I had grilled shrimp stuffed with jalapeno and cheese, and it was fantastic. I enjoyed it. I didn't eat a chip. I drank 2 glasses of water. I had guacamole and salsa with it, um, and I didn't have anything else, and it felt really good. I felt successful in being able to go out. That doesn't mean I'm going to make a habit of it, but it was just kind of a hurdle that I needed to cross off, and I'm glad I did it. But I have goals for this next week that I want to achieve. in addition to what I've already set, such as the walking every single day. I don't know if you can hear, but there's thunder because we have severe thunderstorms coming through our area all day today. So I will be getting out there as soon as I see the radar clear up and doing my walk today. Another goal this week is I want to stay very strictly to my plan. Something I did do last week is I stopped and bought some fat-free candy thinking, oh, it's fat-free, it'll be okay. Sugar is fat-free, but it's still sugar and you can't have it. So I have thrown it away because I don't need that preventing me from getting to my goal. And I was just craving something different. I've ordered my next box of my OPTAvia plan, and it shipped yesterday, or it shipped Saturday. So I'm excited for it to get here and integrate it. I've created my storage system, which is 2 large square wooden cubes, wicker cubes, and they're actually just spread over here, and I'm going to be organizing versus everything just sitting on my dining room table for 4 weeks. And so I feel like I'm getting more organized with it all. Um, and that's pretty much it. I'll close up this video after you see these other 2 videos of me walking in between raindrops. See you in a minute.
Good morning. I'm out here trying to get a walk in. It's supposed to be a really rainy day. We've already had one really good rain shower this morning, right when I was putting my shoes on. And I keep looking at the radar, and it looks like it's going to be clear for several hours. I get out here walking, and the skies way back there are turning really gray. So, turned around. I don't mind getting wet, but it's stormed on I don't want. So I am going to get my mile in. I'm going to get my 30 minutes in, just closer to home. So, as I was saying, I don't want to get stormed on. I don't mind a little sprinkle. I've got my hat on, glasses, keep my face semi-dry. I'm not really worried about being dry because by the end of my walk I'm so drenched in sweat. Might be refreshing. But prediction for today was rain all day. And woke up this morning, nothing on the radar. So I was like, oh, okay. Do my morning routine, have my breakfast, have my water, outside, put my shoes on, and it started storming. I was like, what? Pulled up the radar again. Sure enough, storm cloud had popped up overhead. Okay. Looked like it was going to pass fairly quickly, so I decided to keep going and wait for the storm to finish. It did. I was like, okay, I'm going for my walk. Be back in 30 minutes. I get out here, and I'm not even a quarter down my walk. Not even 7 minutes into it. And there's this big storm cloud way over here. And I was like, oh crap. And I pull up the weather, the radar. Sure enough, another shower popped up that wasn't there. Living on the coast has its fun times with weather. So I turned around, still determined to do my 30 minutes. I'm just really altering my route. Oops. Is that rain? No. Just a tree peeing. Okay. And I'm just kind of walking the streets near my home at my pace. And hopefully I'll be able to get it all in. I'm going to. If I get wet, I get wet. I just want to be closer to home. Bye. Get out there and walk, or run, or bike. Get out there and move. Bye.
Okay, So I just want to finish up this video after I showed you my walk uh, from yesterday, and how I'm just determined to get out there and do that. My goal on the walking is still to increase my distance in the 30 minutes, and then I do believe that I'm going to be increasing my time after this week. I'm going to bump it up to a 45-minute walk and just go as far as I can go in 45 minutes. And that's going to be my next goal. But for this coming week, it's still 30 minutes and increasing my distance. I wanted to show you the baskets that I'm using for my food. So I have them in here, and when I receive my new order, I'm going to take everything out of boxes, so nothing will be boxes. I'm also going to create labels for the front. One will be called snacks, one will be called lunch, and one will be called breakfast. And the reason for that is, again, I explained in one of my previous videos, is a mindset that I have, and to help me with these fuelings is there's a designated type of food for breakfast. It can be a shake, it can be a waffle, it can be uh, something of that nature. Designated snacks are primarily the bars or the crunchies. Um, and then the designated lunches are going to be more like the chicken noodle soup, the chili, the what else do I have? The penne pasta, the biscuits that I make in my waffle maker. Those are so good. They're so good. Um, so those will be my designated fuelings. What falls under snacks is also my evening, my 8 o'clock fueling. So the other thing I wanted to show y'all before I finish here was this last week, and you can see how I have it all filled in. Uh, uh, on this week, it was about writing in some personal achievements. I think that's what it's supposed to be. Uh, Caffeine drink. I drink 1 cup of coffee a day. It's a full 8 ounces. It's not more than that. I still use the keto cream in it, and during the week, I use half a package a day, and on the weekends, I use a full package a day. Um, and I don't know why I do that. I just do. I guess because on the weekends my coffee lasts longer. I'll sip on it all morning long and reheat it in the microwave, and just kind of sip on it for a couple of hours. Whereas Monday through Friday, yeah, I it's an intentional. I sit there and I drink it in probably about 15 or 20 minutes, so it goes quicker. Whereas it's more luxurious on the weekends. I don't know. Sure, why not? I also wanted to share some of my favorite recipes. A new one that I made this week is the lobster roll. I substituted shrimp for the lobster. I love lobster, but I've just got used to cooking shrimp, and so I stayed with shrimp. And this was so good. It was so good. It was so good. I still have the other half of it to eat, which I'll probably have for dinner tonight or tomorrow night. And the more that it's sitting in the sauce, which the sauce is, I don't have my glasses on, Old Bay seasoning, salt, pepper, lemon juice, chives, celery, oil-based mayonnaise, which I found a really little bitty container of it by Hellman's, and I'm glad that I found that. Although now I'll be making this a lot more. And low-fat Greek yogurt. So it's super simple. It's a cold recipe. As summer's coming on, this might be something that people are interested in for a cold salad. It says to do this to eat this like a sandwich, like a roll, but with hearts of romaine lettuce. I just ate it as a salad. I cut up, so instead of the lettuce, I cut up a one whole bell pepper, a red one, color doesn't matter, and I use those as chips. I cut them into little bitty pieces like that big, and I used them as chips for it, and it was fantastic. So good. I highly recommend it. Another one that I'll be redoing this week is the Cajun style shrimp skillet. Super easy, super easy, super very good. It makes 2 servings, and it was well, these are my favorites. I'll be making the portobello mushroom pizzas. This from start to finish took 10 minutes in the broiler. I mean, from the time I measured everything out to I put it on my plate, it was 10 minutes. Super easy. I like easy, easy and quick. Another one I'll be making this week is the cheesy. This is the very first recipe I made. It's the cheesy chicken cauliflower skillet. Again, very easy. It's super cheesy. I may cut back on the cheese just because of how cheesy it actually is. And then another one of my favorites is um, the Philly cheesesteak stuffed peppers. Really, again, another very easy one. New ones that I made this past week were the chicken enchilada roll-ups. Um, So instead of using a tortilla, you use a chicken breast that is butterflied. I made it exactly to recipe, and it was fantastic. It was so good, very flavorful. I still have one to eat in my freezer, which is the great thing about these recipes. They either make 2 or 4 servings, so you can get them, put them in cheap Tupperware, put them in your freezer, have them for later. Um, when I'm cooking for my son, he is obviously not eating this food. He's tried some of it, and some of it he's liked, but he hasn't committed to eating some of my food yet. So I'm making 2 dinners a night, and sometimes that's why my recipes really need to be quick and easy and doesn't take a lot of effort, because I'm making his and then I'm making. And when I'm making 2 different meals, it's just as long as one of them can be super quick and easy, I pull it out of the freezer or the fridge, heat it up, good to go, and then I just concentrate on his. So anyway, with the chicken enchilada roll-up recipe, what? Come on. What I would recommend if you're going to make that one is pounding the chicken a little bit smaller. It cooked fine. There was no issues. It tasted great. It was tender. It was easy to cut, but it was a very thick roll. It was a pretty thick roll. So I would want it a thinner chicken. And so next time I make that, which I do, I bought all the ingredients to make it, I'll be pounding the chicken to make it a little bit smaller. And then one of my other favorites, I've actually made this twice, is taco salad. It's a snack hack. I don't actually have the snack that goes with it. And the snack is the OPTAvia puffed ranch snacks to basically use as croutons. It's just romaine lettuce, ground turkey, cooked ground turkey, taco seasonings onto the turkey meat, bell pepper, cheese, and pico de gallo. It also takes a lime vinaigrette. I couldn't find lime vinaigrette, so I use lemon vinaigrette. And then it's really good. It's really good. I highly recommend that one. Also, I print these up from Pinterest. A little cut and paste, and then this paper is a postcard paper. I buy it just at my local Office Depot, and it comes 4 to a sheet, and I just fix it up, and because I have a recipe box, and this fits nicely in my recipe box. That's pretty much it. Some of the facts for the last 3 weeks is I've lost 15 inches. 15 inches. I'm so excited. 11.4 pounds. I know previously, earlier in this video, I said 12.4. It's actually 11.4. I did the math while I was putting this video together. So, again, I'm not worried that I only lost 1.4 pounds this last week. I know that I ate some sugary candy, and that won't happen again. I was just craving something sweet, so I'm going to work on that. Figure something else out. Talk to my coach next time I have an impulse like that. That's it. On to the next week. My goal for this week is to increase my distance with walking. Don't skip any fuelings. I did miss one fueling on Friday. Weekends are my hardest because I'm home, I'm busy, my alarm goes off for my fueling, and I'll say, I'll get to it in a minute, I'll get to it in a minute. And then an hour later, I've missed my fueling. That's what happened on Friday. I missed my fueling, and I didn't, by the time I remembered it, it was 5 o'clock, and in 30 minutes, I was going to be eating dinner. So I just skipped it. I'm not going to miss the fueling. Oh, my water has been perfect. I'm drinking 4 16-ounce cups a day. I'm very diligent about that, because I've learned about the hydration and how important it is. And that's it. Y'all have a great week. I'm going to have a great week. And if you have doubt, talk to your coach. I've got a friend, my friend Heidi, who's doing this plan. I talk to her almost every single day about this. Thank you, Heidi. And that's it. Y'all get out there, enjoy the plan. The food is great. It really, really is. It really is. And if you're having trouble with it, look up the hacks. There's hacks on Pinterest. I'm sure you can search the internet for hacks on the food. But I really like the food. This is exactly what I needed in my life. Bye.